talk about one of our favorite rappers, Eminem, top 5
Lyrical
dead or
miracle.
alive, and that's
Stop making
just
me
off.
be a hater.
Oh, I'm trying not to, man. I'm just going
I'm
off.
really trying to be better with myself.
Everybody
For
in
the record, I don't
Come on
hate,
now, don't
I
do
don't
that.
hate Eminem.
Don't do that, Jay Moore. Don't do that.
I will say I don't hate Eminem.
Nor do I.
But I don't listen to him on a consistent basis.
I mean,
That's
I like.
considered hating to Eminem fans.
Yeah.
oh,
man.
okay.
That's
I spoke well of his
It
last
is.
project. It didn't matter.
He had some heat on that last project.
Really?
Didn't
Look at
matter, though.
Our clip from last week, Jay was just talking about how white people listen to him, and our comments blew up.
Yeah.
Just because it's the truth.
Yeah.
How dare you
And guess-
say such a fib?
And guess who the people who were commenting?
Who?
Well, they were white males.
There's a lot of Monster Energy drink in it.
See, that's going to be the thing.
Now you going to get us in trouble now.
like you know, people who love Monster Energy drink and yelling at their girlfriends in public aren't. You know, they aren't Eminem
man.
fans.
Uh-oh.
He just did it there, didn't he?
They can be, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
How
they
you-
can be.
Red August
But if
might
we had a Venn diagram for it,
Red August might
That's
drink
the Venn diagram that got us into trouble.
Red August might drink Monster Energy drinks and yell at his.
hey, look, somebody actually tried to challenge your scientific method and said,
Uh-oh.
well, where's the data behind the Venn diagram?
I was like, we're not doing this today.
Like, good.
Hey, get your boy, man.
This is not for you, okay?
So check this out, Benzino. That's a good transition, huh? So Benzino's is
Great.
back in the news.
AKA Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, which turtle would he? Well, no, I mean, with
Nah,
disrespect
he
to
would be
turtles.
Slash.
What?
It's a mutant.
It's a,
Yeah.
The turtle that had the little rugged back shell and
Oh, I
was
don't
all ugly in the face and stuff.
what?
Rugged back shell and was ugly in the face.
Yeah.
All right, man. So Rugged Backshell posted about a week,
Damn.
about a month ago. That's what he said. You know, we're gonna ride together. So,
1008.
oh, is that a 1008?
No, sorry, continue.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right. So, so Benzino posted about a month ago to all Eminem fans and stans all over the world. The beef is officially over. I'm letting y'all know now. I have no hate towards any of his fans and recognize his contributions to hip hop. He truly is a part of the culture and one of the best to rock the mic regardless of color. This is a month
I don't
ago.
think anybody was checking for Benzino's thought or think piece on not being mad at Eminem anymore.
Bruh, but now what brought it up is
Eminem fans
was,
are like, who?
Yeah.
right, true. To their credit.
I'm not even being mean when I say that.
No,
They're
you're
like,
right. To their credit.
"Oh,
That-
what
that's
is this
true.
now?
But M has been nominated
Who is
for the,
this? Cage? Is this Cage?
Yeah.
the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And then Benzino tweeted, this is what set it off. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is just like the Grammys. They have no respect for our culture, black or hip hop. And if you don't agree, you're racist, period, point blank. And he goes on to say, so where's Nas, Eric B. and Rakim, Kool Moe Dee,
I don't think I'm
EPMD?
racist. I like turtles.
Hill is for Fat Boys, Lauryn Hill, Little Kim, Outkast, and hundreds of black rappers. GTFOH.
Okay.
So Benzino's mad a month later that Eminem is getting that's been nominated for or
Would you
will
say-
be into the
Would you
Rock
say
and Roll Hall of
mad?
Fame.
Would you say mad is the correct term?
He's, you know what?
Discouraged?
You want to know why I'm
Frustrated,
mad? I'm going to tell you why
perhaps.
I'm mad.
Frustrated?
He seems a little frustrated.
I mean,
Do you think it's aimed at Eminem, though?
Yes.
Hmm.
I think it's
he's always had a problem with Eminem.
yeah, I think it's
But I think for the people that don't know how the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame works, you actually have to vote for who enters the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like, I think even we can vote, possibly. Like, on the
I did not know
website
that.
or something like that, I think.
I don't even know.
I
didn't
could
know
be
that.
wrong. But anyway, I mean, it's not surprising that Eminem made it into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame before a lot of these other artists. I mean, LL Cool J was on the ballot endless times before he made it. And I think by the time he made it, they was just like, we need to go ahead and just put LL Cool J
No,
in
because
there.
probably somebody said, how do you put Tupac in before LL Cool J?
LL
Possibly.
should have been in there. If
'Cause
we
he's dead.
being honest, he should have been in there.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, if you're no longer
Dead
with us, you
rappers
just
get better
a
promotion.
Yep.
shout out to Kiss. But I mean, it's Eminem at the end of the day. Regardless of how we feel about Eminem, we know his impact on the music game and hip hop.
Yep.
It invited people who don't listen to hip hop and that is their only key in to listen. You know what I'm saying?
Controversial.
Which is going to make his numbers look better than somebody else's. But his rhyming skills and wordplay is
almost unmatched.
Yeah, like if we want to be frank,
yeah, he can rhyme
you
words.
You cannot. If you're talking about battling Eminem, that's probably not a good idea.
Good luck,
Right.
Because he's a very good rapper. Now
sure.
his subject matter and the things he chooses to talk about is another story.
I hate my stepdad.
I knew you.
We know how he feel about his stepdad. We know how he feel about him and Kim and his mother and pop stars from the early 2000s and whoever else.
He's addressed all this.
Come on, man. I mean, he is who he is. He came up in TRL fame, so his hair was blonde. TRL was popping.
Yeah,
he was a white rapper on TRL that was endorsed by Dr. Dre.
Yep.
That in itself is what pretty much shot him to stardom.
There's no
but he
issue
could rap
with
too.
him
He
going
could still rap.
He could rap. Yeah.
He could rap, and he showed his tail when he wanted to.
Yeah.
Even back then, like when he was rapping on Chronic 2001, them are some of the best verses on that album.
Some of the best songs on Renegade. You know what he
Renegade.
did on Forever with Drake and Kanye. Like his verse is the one that was like, whew.
He's undeniable.
Jay Moore, let me ask you a question based off the second part that Benzino posted. When he mentioned, so where's Nas? But more Nas, Eric B, and Rakim, Kool Moe D, EPMD. Does he have a point there as it relates to why are they not in? Because these guys preceded Eminem a long time ago. They've been elite.
But this is the messed up thing. When you understand metrics, when you understand how a lot of this stuff is nothing but a popularity contest.
True.
Then you understand how NWA gets in before De La Soul. I don't even know if they're even considering De La Soul.
Come on now.
Or Tribe Called Quest.
NWA came out before De La Soul too, though.
True. You know, but you think about really, honestly, NWA's body of work is 2 full-length albums and an EP.
Mm-hmm.
You know, incredible body of work.
The family tree.
Their
the
family
tree.
Yeah.
But you know, if you're going to do that, put Ice Cube in.
Mm-hmm.
Put Dr. Dre in.
Guess who else is under that family tree?
You know,
Eminem.
Eminem, and that's I think that played a part in it.
Yeah.
You know, but when you look at how much other artists have contributed, and they were out at the same time or before Eminem, then he does have a point there. But once again, when you understand what metrics are, and you understand this is a popularity contest, like they got to, not only is this, you know, they're being enshrined into this, you know, Hall of Fame, but they also have to make a TV show out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And so when you see, one of the things that blew me away was like, how is Lionel Richie just now getting in?
Hello.
How, you know,
I see you.
Shout out to, you know, Dolly Parton and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. But
Dolly Parton said she didn't even want to be. She said she didn't belong on the ballot. She said she hadn't done enough.
Wow.
So
and they still put her in there.
Yeah.
She told them to take her off.
Yeah. You know, but they just, once again, they're making a TV show. So if you're going to make a TV show for this year, Eminem, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, Dolly Parton, Lionel Richie, you know, you can create a really nice TV show.
That's a good TV show. Yeah.
So I look at things like that. This is the same way when people always want to, and you know, we have our criticism of the Grammys, but once again, I understand it's a TV show and it is not particularly about people voting on it who really listen to music. You know, they might listen to the category, you know, it's when they talk about the Academy, you know, if I'm a hip hop artist that's in the Academy and I'm sent a ballot for every category, okay, I'll probably do great and, you know, nailing down my category. But just think about the year that Macklemore won. And I hate to keep harping on this because once again, we don't hate Macklemore. It's
iconic, though.
But
it's
you know,
iconic, though.
Remember, when all those people got their ballot, they're like, oh yeah, Macklemore. Like that, like my kids played thrift shop on the way to school. Let me go ahead and vote for that. You know, so I understand how these things happen. Is it good to happen? No, but De La Soul doesn't
it
have
is.
the Q score.
It is what it is. Yeah, it
Doesn't
is
have
what
the
it
Q
is.
score. And like I said, if the fact that I don't even think they're being mentioned or nominated or anybody's even circulated their name, you know, and you see some of the other artists, nothing against the people who've already got in, but, you know, definitely LL should have been in before Big or Pac.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree-
De La
I agree
Soul
with that
deserves to be
100%.
in there before NWA.
How many people in this room
Yes.
have been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I've never been.
I don't care.
It's not what I
There's
asked you,
one.
sir.
There's
But it
one.
kind of is.
No, not really.
Would you go
Because-
if
You don't
I-
care if you go or not.
Correct.
if we took you on a field trip? Would you?
You
It's
said
in
a field
Ohio,
trip?
right?
if we went,
It's in
yeah,
Cleveland.
Yeah.
we went on a field trip. Would you go?
Sure.
I mean, is
You
there
would go
something-
in?
Sure, but not because like I'm like, man, I'm ready to go see the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I mean, it's
like,
called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
Right.
for one.
Once again,
Yeah.
it should have been just called the Modern Music Hall of Fame,
Exactly.
like because everybody was like, "That person, Dolly Parton's not rock and roll."
Well, she said it herself. That's the reason why
I'm-
she said she didn't feel like she should be on the
I
ballot.
mean, because she's probably if she's not, there's something wrong there. But I guarantee you, she's in the Country Music Hall of Fame.
I'm sure she
I've never
is.
rocked with that
Her,
title
Charlie Pride, and
as it
Alabama.
relates to rap and hip hop artists.
I mean, it's called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that
Granted,
don't even
rock
sound
and
right.
roll was created by
Tell them.
black folks and was taken over and is now considered a white genre or whatnot. But I mean, hip hop is not rock and roll and vice versa. I mean, Run DMC did a couple mashups with Aerosmith and
Yeah.
it's just a catch-all at this
and
point.
the
Yeah.
Party Boys Party Like a Rock Star, but that's where the buck stops.
Let the history.
As
let
far
the,
as
hi-
rock and roll.
let the history
is
books
concerned.
tell it. Elvis started everything. That's what they-
Elvis.
That's what they're gonna tell you.
I just
Elvis
don't.
started
I don't.
everything.
I don't see the. I mean, I understand. I mean, we've talked about this before. I understand why people can get upset that they're not in it, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, just an awards show with a bunch of people voting on stuff. It really has no merit in anything. Like, I don't know. It doesn't affect me in that manner. I don't see the big deal.
Well, if and when you win yours, just give it to me. I'll take it.
No, because they gave it to me.
They sent it to his house.
Just you don't care about it. Just give it to me. I'll take it.
I'm
home.
gonna take whatever they give me, but it doesn't mean that I think it matters.
I feel you.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like to get super upset like Benzino is or whoever else, and I get all the points. Like, yeah, sure, there's an argument for other artists to be in before other artists and all that other stuff, but realistically, like
That first point ain't it. I feel him on some of the stuff he talking about with the second, but
he's got points.
the point about I just think he really trying to take another dig at.
He might
You know,
be.
I-
He
Yeah.
might be, but he
I
ain't,
feel him
he ain't
on-
wrong.
No,
No,
but
he's
I think
not.
that's
I don't think he's
that
wrong
part
either.
right there. But the Eminem
But it's
part
like, who
is-
cares? That's just the part, I guess.
I'm cool on the Eminem part. There ain't no way we know he's supposed
I
to go.
feel
in
like
there.
there are bigger issues than to tackle who gets into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame
Yeah,
based upon
should have
peers
kept
voting.
He should have kept the Source going on and the Source Awards,
so he can give himself
and
fives.
we could have been. He should have left himself out
4.5.
out
He
of
did.
the limelight and just keep running ads about your rap group and just don't put nothing out.
Mm-hmm.
Is he
but
still
I mean-
on the Source?
No,
No, the
there's
Source-
no
yeah,
Source
Source has been
anymore.
good.
Is it online, right?
everything.
Yeah, online,
yeah,
but yeah,
That's what I
there's
mean.
no print, no publication.
Too much,
I
too
know.
much
I don't
food
care.
and beverage.
Yeah,
That was my point. Does he still have like ownership?
No, I don't think
in
so.
No,
whatever that is?
no, yeah.
Gotcha.
that was his bread and butter. That the worst thing he could have did was relinquish his ownership in the Source magazine.
Giving out
Well,
them
it
goofy-
wasn't really his. At a certain point, it wasn't really his choice.
Well,
I don't know that story, but